So here I have this MotoMaster battery charger, and it's not working at all. We have it connected to the battery. And how I know it's not working is I left it on the battery and it wasn't charging here. So I have my multimeter here. Just gonna test it out. So I'm just gonna, because when you charge, it should go up to 13 volts. I'm getting 2 volts here. I'm just gonna put my leads in here. So I'm measuring 2 volts. And if you flip it, that's at the extremely high one. You should get 13 volts or something. I'm getting 4. So definitely a bad machine here. So I'll be opening it up and have a look. Now to open up this, it looks like we have some bolts on the outer top frame here. We have a bolt here and here. On the back has that. And then it just has these little metal brackets that you can just push up. I don't think we have to undo those. So let's remove those side bolts right on either side. So the right tool is 7 millimeters here. And then I think it just has, well, maybe not. Seven millimeters working. It could be metric. Imperial, I mean. So got those two off. These things are pretty heavy because they have these huge transformers. Because if you're going to be charging at like 2 amps, the higher the amperage, the thicker the coils you need, so that you can get the current. Because you're transforming it down from, in Canada, 120 AC. And you want it to get it to DC, so there's going to be a rectifier in there. I should have showed the back here. So again, this is model CT-1275AP, and it's basically doesn't use any electronics. That's what I like about this. Is this you have a really big transformer there in the middle, and then looks like we have a fuse coming in from our main right here. So that comes into here. Then you have your display panel. And then your switch, which is going to go to the different windings of your transformer. You can see the contact between the yellow. The yellow is using this. And sometimes transformers can go bad. But it's really rare, I think. It's really rare. But it can happen. Usually what goes wrong is these rectifying diodes at the back. You can see you have this huge aluminum heatsink. And you have the circuitry on the top. So we can look for any burnt stuff. But what we're going to be checking is these rectifying diodes. And if we have to take it off, they have these little plastic clips. Oh, you would take off these 2 screws right here if you wanted to take that off. But I'm just going to be testing these diodes with my multimeter. And then if I feel everything's okay, we may have to put some power and do some voltage testing as well. So I have my multimeter here, and we're just going to be doing a continuity test mode. And we'll test those 3 prongs right here that go to that MOSFET, basically. And you don't, shorts are bad. And opens are bad too. Now, I really don't like these kind of multimeters because they're auto sense. It's better to have the other ones where you just put in continuity mode. So sorry, I was wrong with my first thing. The power plug comes on here. This is my ground. So it grounds to the case, and then you have your 2 AC main wires. One's going to the switch, and the other one's going to the transformer. So then, since it's humming and that, when I turn it on, I know that the voltage is getting to the transformer, right? Because that's what the sound's coming from. I could test the output on the transformer that goes to here, the C, and this, that 2 outputs comes to your 2 MOSFETs here and here. And maybe it's a break in the cables. So I can check the continuity of my cables as well, just to make sure that there's not a break in the line, because maybe that's not why it's not working. So I put one of my testers to the clamp, and then one is going to coming back here, and it's connecting to the heat sink. And so that means that we have a good connection there. And then we can try the positive clip, the clamp here. And then we're going to try the positive clamp. And it should come, since the negative's going to here, the positive's coming here. And I'm not reading any connectivity between that. So maybe it's a break in my line down there. I'll have to check this out. Something's wrong with this. Oh my goodness. It's a simple fix. Look at that. So sometimes I thought it was this. I open up and if you look in there, the wire's actually broken. It looks like it's connected, but it's only holding on the rubber. I'll zoom in there. And if you can look in there, the wire is actually broken. And so the problem is this most likely is working okay. The issue is this right here. So I just have to connect that and it should work, because you know the lights were running, it was making a humming sound, just wasn't charging my battery. So sometimes it's just a little fix. So I can take off this sheath here and look at that. It looks like it's connected, but in fact it's a broken wire. In fact, it's a broken wire. Look at that. So I just need to pry this apart, strip this wire, and connect it, and we should be good to go. Let me just take a photo of this. Let me just break this right off. Look at that. We'll have to restrip this. Use some pliers. Open that up, put it in, and then squish it together. Sometimes the hardest part is just trying to find the tools you need for the job. I'm looking for my hammer. We'll find it. Got it clamped on in there, looking nice. And then I just have to put on that sleeve on the top, and then we're good. Just reconfirm with a good continuity test. Okay, just go down in here. And we're solid. Okay, let's reassemble this and see if it's charging now. Actually, before putting it together, let's just plug it in. We've got it plugged in here. And now let's just test the voltage on here and see if we can get up to 13 volts. Okay, 6 volts here. Let's go on the, and there we go. I'm at the fast charge here. Have my battery on. Yep. We got 15 volts there. That means that this bad boy is good to go. And we can start charging again. That's one of the good things about growing up on the farm is you learn how to fix stuff. Because if you had to hire someone to do it, you get mighty poor mighty fast.